This is my garden studio. It's in a suburban setting. I also have a large studio in the countryside. My name is Jack Randell. I live in Dubbo in southeastern Australia. It's a regional city and this is my studio. The materials I use are acrylic paints usually, although I have a range of media available to me. Some of my work is also digital media, which is not material at all, it's immaterial. And the nature of my subject matter was probably best defined by the curatorial principles of David Walsh, who says that art is about death and sex. So for me, it's avoiding one and acquiring the other. Here is some work set for dispatch, off to exhibitions, but there's no work in progress on any easels. Is not surprising because once I start a project, the busyness of my life requires that I complete it pretty much straight away. Most of my planning is done on a computer, and I use video and digital stills as sketch tools. So despite the clutter of this environment, my work is fairly well organised, an organised process. My public work is well resourced by others. And that's usually in a warehouse or a community centre or a training environment of some sort. And the dawning of a finished work, of a final work, is that everything I know arrives at that point. So my past, my experience, my knowledge, all ends up at the end result. One of the advantages of, well, there's plenty of advantages of being a regional artist. The economies are advantageous to the low-income aspect of a visual artist, but in terms of modern travel and communications, the things that I need to access are readily accessible anywhere. I can be at Carriage Works in a couple of hours from here by plane, and just like any other artist in Australia, I'm still regionally remote from other parts of the world, but when my friends visit, the thing that they most admire, when I have friends visit from European and Asian cities, the things that they're most enthralled about is the sky. Got plenty of sky, and the stars are really bright. But in this regional city of Dubbo, I have friends who are scientists and mathematicians and novelists and poets, musicians, and I can have some very good coffee in a few minutes. But I can also be remote and isolated and on my own within minutes. I'll just introduce you to George, the studio dog. He's off. He's got a thing to find. Bye, George.